So a little while ago, on a community post I made, I received a comment, as you do from time to time. The comment was from a user called Epic Game Boy, and it simply said, "Do fire types only in Emerald?" Exclamation mark. And I'm inferring he's referring to a hardcore Nuzlocke. Upon reading this, my original feelings were, wow, this is actually the first time I've seen someone request a specific video from me. I almost cried, but I didn't. Instead, something dawned on me. It'd be just unjust to not give this Nuzlocke a solid go, to not give this lovely person, this innocent person, the video they have requested. I mean, it is the first time a video's been requested. I can't say no. So, I loaded up Pokémon Emerald, sat down, and then 3 days passed, in which time, it was done. And now my feelings are, go f*** yourself, Epic Game Boy. This was a nightmare. And a quick disclaimer, don't actually do the thing I just said. This was actually a very lovely idea for a video, and I thank you so much for it. So, fire types. I've done this one before. It didn't go well. And that was in Platinum, which, granted, has its own issues related to the fire type Pokemon, but what if we took those issues and added substantially more of them? Chief among them being... Oh, but look at me analysing the problems future MagcarJoe has to deal with. Now, rather than just go through them all in the intro, I'd rather, list off the issues as and when they appear, because this intro is going to be long enough as is. Right, anyway, I suppose we should get going with this awful idea that wasn't my idea, but I chose to do it, so I guess I'm responsible for it. The hottest Pokemon Nuzlocke I can actually think of that isn't impossible. Technically. As you may have noticed, I've called myself Ya Boy for some reason, saved Professor Tree, number 3, and chosen Torchic as our starter, naming him My Style, because my style is always on fire. Whilst we're going through the motions, battling our rival, meeting Dad, and so on and so forth, let's just go over the rules of a hardcore Nuzlocke so we're all on the same page. You can only catch the first Pokemon you see on each route. If a Pokemon faints, it is going to the big PC box in the sky. We cannot use items in battle. We're playing on set mode, and we cannot overlevel past the next gym leader's ace Pokemon. Unless it's the Rock Gym in a Fire-type only hardcore Nuzlocke. Yes, everyone's favourite Rock Gym leader, get f***ed Rock, Roxanne, is a true gatekeeper to the later stages of this playthrough. Okay, I'm gonna make this brief. You, yes you, watching this and imagining yourself as the big strong hero who proves me wrong, you cannot beat Roxanne with a goddamn weak-ass fire-riddled chicken. My guy, it ain't happening. Even after an attempt where I did the Pokemon world's equivalent of steroids and juiced my style to the max in IVs and EVs, with a plus special attack nature to boot, we would still need several crits and a burn in order to get through this gym. Rather than just saying, "Welp, run's over," I decided to get my style one extra level so he'd evolve into a combustion, learn the fighting type move double kick, and smash through the first gym. So already, we've had to adjust the rules to make this Nuzlocke possible. I'd rather we don't focus on that though. It's kind of a blemish, so let's just move on and hey look, let's go and fight Brawly. He's always super easy. Hey look, it's Brawly. He's always super easy to beat. Ha ha ha. Shenanigans aside, things are now starting to look up. Your boy's postal service delivers Steven his letter. We meet Team Aqua. Archie calls me a simp. Damn right I'm a simp. Simp for my viewers. And if you want to be a simp as well, make sure you subscribe. We're... Oh Christ, that actually went up a bit. We're almost at 4K subs. To the joy of me. The mass of subscribers is continuously growing, and you may regret it if you're not part of it. I mean, who wants to say they were here before 10k? I personally would, so yeah, make sure you subscribe, and yeah, I think it's good. But anyway, you want to know what I regret? I regret not making sure Watson was beatable with just a combustion in this Nuzlocke. That's a weird thing to add to the script. Why did I Oh. Now I'm sure you're all saying right now, oh but MagcarJoe, it can't be that. It very much is that. Believe it or not, Watson has a fair few advantages over us, like multiple teammates, 2 of which are faster, 1 of which is a main net trick that can KO us in only 2 hits after taking into account the damage from the Volt Orb that leads. Worst of all though, that's just because when you have luck that's as bad as mine, you get double paralyzed by static when using double kick. Oh, knock knock, someone's at the door. It's my husband, and he's caught me in bed with another woman. Now he's going to say the same thing everyone is typing out on their PCs right now. You're cheating again, MagcarJoe. I caught a normal on Route 111, named in my skills, and cleared Watson's gym with magnitudes, only almost dying once. Oh, you god. Oh, finishing it off with a bang. Okay, right. It didn't. Or twice. I have really bad luck. Jesus. But we've won! And quick side tangent here, as you may have seen with my emphasis on we've there, I'm just going to talk about it quickly. I do like to use the encompassing we and our and us. And I do that because I just really want to not be responsible for my actions. See, it's easier to say, we didn't take into account the flinch from Mighty Hina. Our overconfidence made us think a double kick from my style would kill the Camrupt. Low roll, low roll. No, that's gonna kill. That's gonna kill. That's enough to kill. We're not defensive. Oh my god, we actually lived it. Us, as a group, almost wiped Maxi at Mount Chimney. Coming into light just now that entire bit just skips like a lot of the game. So where am I? Where have they gone? Where are my manners? I need to introduce 2 new teammates. On Route 113 we caught a slugma named My Tax Files, because those are always ablaze, and I would speak more about him, because normally I would, you know, MagcarJoe, kind of my favourite Pokemon, but he does like 3 things in this Nuzlocke, so he gets about 3 lines of introduction. Far more substantially, and I never thought I'd say this, is the Torkoal we caught in the Fiery Pass named My Mixtape. He is going to get 3 gyms all to himself. What? A Torkoal is going to get 3 gyms? Yes, 3 gyms coming up right now. I would like appropriate music. Flannery. Being our bulkiest member, My Mixtape can eat several magnitudes from Nubble and set up a fair few curses. From there, it's just body slamming central and praying we aren't critted. Badge number 4 is in the pocket. Norman is even simpler, safer, and longer. Oh no, we're confused. Personberry. Now we're at +1 attack and defense. They're faster than me. Oh no! Sure hope I don't get critted. Just don't crit. It's very simple. Yep. Oh, right. Good. No, wasn't worried. It's fine. 1 in 16 chance. So what are the odds it's going to do it? See? Perfectly fine. Oh no! It's Slacking, who hits hard and is fast. Sure wish I had a move perfectly designed to take advantage of its crippling procrastination. Oh wait! I do. Protect. Yes, My Mixtape learnt Protect from Level Up, and oh boy, that is a game changer for this fight. Yeah, it takes time, but time is all I have. At the end of the day, don't do anything else. Ah, Winona! Why not take the Nona out of that and you'll get what I'm gonna get? Got him! My friends, let me demonstrate my genius real quick by leading my style. Who's part fighting type? Against the Swablu, who has a super effective aerial ace? Seems dumb on paper, but fire beats paper. Need I go on? You are actually kidding me. Why all this though? Well, I have just guaranteed the next Pokemon to come out is Trophius, a Pokemon so weak we can set up 6 curses with My Mixtape and sweep from there. Now, explaining how all this works is probably a bit too much for all you guys. You need a pretty high IQ to understand the intricate way the AI in Pokemon Emerald operate. Ah yes, Tropheus has arrived. How perfect. Now as we all know, the signature move of Tropheus is obviously Sand Attack, making my mixtape an even better choice. My planning ahead knows no bounds. White Smoke, the ability we have, prevents any stat reduction. Therefore, with patience and a few naps sprinkled in, we are able to pop off. In fairness, yes, things could have still gone awry. Dragon Breath should have critted or paralysed. Pelipper would have been a threat had its AI not been stupid. But at the end of the day, could have, would have, should have taken caution before stepping to ya boy 19, bitch. Acquiring the 6th badge here means the level cap has jumped all the way up to 42. And you know what that means? Finally, we Blazer can do anything. Will MagcarJoe all the way. In this fight, I'm going to cam-erupt several of my internal organs thanks to the stress I received when my skills got critted by Maxie's Crobat and missed 2 rock slides in a row, forcing me to switch to my mixtape, who himself hit himself twice in confusion, resulting in a battle that started out really well and ended almost in a complete disaster. Yeah, but we won though! Victory was at the end of this Ninetales. Oh yeah, I caught Vulpix and evolved it into a Ninetales and called her My Passion, because my passion is always on fire. The naming convention here was kind of awful, not gonna lie. But I digress. With the hard, harder, and impossible beaten, let's take a quick little intermission here and have an inspection, if you like, of the team, because they've all changed quite a bit since the beginning. We've got the solid defense of my mixtape and my tax files, the latter being useful for just taking out any random annoyances we happen to meet along the way, and the former just being incredible. All around a true champion. The newly acquired My Passion is actually going to be our first special attacker. She hits reasonably hard, and just as an added bonus, has the unbelievably important Will-O-Wisp. My skills is a ground type, that's pretty cool, but what's even cooler is this little nugget of knowledge. Transitioning from the Pokemon world to the real world, camels are actually known to stamp on the ground with quite a lot of force. So much in fact, it shakes the ground, almost like an earthquake. This obviously only affects a very, very small area, but it is noticeable and it's just very interesting. Now, we're not sure why camels actually do this, but it was really nice of Game Freak to emulate this by making Camerupt a ground type and obviously giving it access to magnitude and earthquake. I'm lying, of course, that was entirely made up, but speaking of things made up, Blaziken being good. Okay, my style, my boy, my little angel, what the hell are you meant to do? First off, he's not part fire type, he's a pure fighting type. Let's get that straight. I don't think I've ever used an actual fire move on him since he was a combustion. Second, he's relatively frail, got high attack, but also suboptimal speed, never really outpacing a lot of key targets. I went into this expecting him to be a sweeper. He's not cleaned a goddamn thing! What we have here is the best fighter in the world who's been put in a wheelchair and also has glass bones. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. Overall, this is a good, well-built team, and I am sure glad there's nothing coming up in the next few minutes that could completely counter all but one strategy this team could offer. So anyway, the Leatherquake gym. Let's list off a few problems. Problem 1, Claydol has Earthquake and it hits very hard. Problem 2, nobody on the team can take him out quickly. Problem 3, Xatu knows Psychic, and because my style is part fighting type, he can no longer participate. Problem 4, it's a double battle, so with Claydol spamming the super effective Earthquake, someone else after is going to be hit by a Psychic. And problem 5, literally everything else, Xatu has Calm Mind and Confuse Ray, our team has no super effective moves, Lunatone has Hypnosis to put someone to sleep, and oh yeah, Lunatone on Soul Rock, so even if we get past the Bird and Earthquake machine, we've got the original Pokemon Sun and Moon to deal with. How in the world do we win here? Well, it starts with me leading My Passion and my mixtape. I'll add this on here, otherwise we'd be repeating this specific word more times than the word arson was used at my latest trial hearing. Critical hits. Every time we get hit, if it turns out to be a critical hit, we're probably going to lose. Because for the first turn, we're using Amnesia on my mixtape to up our special defense by 2 stages, and crits do bypass, defense increases, hence the risk. Now whilst that occurs, with its 75% accuracy and absolute crucialness that it connects, Will-O-Wisp is used by my passion. If it hits the Claydol, we are now in a great position, as Earthquake's damage will be halved, meaning we can tank more hits and boost up even further and safer with my mixtape on the right. Will-O-Wisp has a 25% chance to potentially lose the entire run right here, right now, so no pressure. Okay, that's good, like to see it. BT dubs, you're going to die later. Yeah, bad news is, prior to all this, Claydol did serious damage with its first Earthquake, and Xatu has set up a Calm Mind, upping its special attack and special defense. The first issue isn't as bad due to the burn, but the mind cannot be so easily destroyed. It can, however, be removed. No, bad. No lobotomy on the bird. Instead, on turn 2, Xatu is overcome with greed and tries to set up a second Calm Mind. The perfect outcome. My mixtape uses Amnesia, and my passion uses Roar, removing the Xatu from the field and replacing it with a Soul Rock, who is much more manageable. Entering turn 3 leads us to a tough decision. I can either get Confuse Ray off with my passion to up the odds of getting some freer turns to set up with my mixtape, a move that will almost certainly result in my passion's death. How poetic. Alternatively, we can just switch out, but I go with the sacrifice strat. Ninetales is good, but we can beat the rest of the game without her. Plus, I really just want to use this meme, and I don't really have to change much, because it's already working really well. Anywho, with my passion dead and buried, and my skills entering the combat zone, we can at last start speeding up, because it's just kind of the same from here for the next few turns. My mixtape is upping her attack and defense with Cursed, whilst my skills is building up her evasion with Double Team. Thanks to rest on my mixtape and just getting a little lucky with my skills, we're essentially immortal here, which is really good because the damage output we're dishing at this moment is not ideal. Soon though, things begin to change. This is what a boosted body slam from my mixtape can do. Hella damage. With Claydol dead, Xatu returns, and it begins setting up Calm Minds. Worse still, I had to use rest on the turn it came in, so we're kind of just stuck with my skills. Something no one wants to hear. The Flaming Camel did not come to play though, dodging all of the opponent's attacks and not missing a single rock slide needed to KO Xatu. With just Soul Rock and Lunatone left floating, the fight is as good as won. It still requires a bit of persistence and carefulness, and Hypnosis did land on Camerupt even though it was on max evasion, so that's like 2% chance or something, but in the end it's a fruitless endeavour. The hardest battle of the run, that isn't impossible, has just been completed, and all it cost was my passion to keep the fox alive, moving along. You know, says a lot about my current situation, given whilst the world was ending, and I located a noodle-looking dragon god who proceeded to stop an argument between a guy named Gordon and a whale, but oh man, by far the craziest thing that happened was this. Wait, what? Wait, no way. Wait. No f***ing way have I found... This is Mirage Island! Isn't that like incredibly rare? What? And even with all that, I was terrified of the #1 hardest gym in this Nuzlocke, the Water Gym. Okay, this one right here, all of them have super effective moves. All of them, most of them, are decently strong. How in the world... Oh, hold on. Yes, what is it? What's that? He's... No. No, that's not. No. It's actually happening? Blaziken is faster than all of Quan's team. The best battle in the game. Torkoal versus Loveness. It's just a matter of stalling out without any real chance of things going wrong. Oh no. Bad. Do not hit yourself. Okay, good, everything is under control. So anyway, we stall out Love Disc, and that allows us to then set up 6 bulk ups with my style. And I don't wanna brag or anything, but after I click return 5 times, I've just got every single gym badge in the Hoenn region with fire types. All that remains is the Elite Four and a champion who also has water. Oh, whoops, forgot about that one. Don't worry, we'll get there when we get there. First off, it's time to go through my least favourite part of Pokemon Emerald, Victory Road. The path through this particular Victory Road is not only decently long, but it contains the need to have everyone's favourite HM, Flash, which I did not. And by the way, the trainers in here are kind of nightmares. Honestly, any one of these can very easily end a Nuzlocke if you're not careful, and because I wasn't, I very nearly died several times. The biggest run killer defeated by careful manoeuvring behind us. All that remains in front of us is the Elite One and the champion Wallace. Because everyone on the team has been grinded up to match Drake's Salamence, who is level 55, the first 3 Elite Four members are just absolutely slaughtered. My style clears through the Dark and Ice Elite Four members with just Brick Break. With the Ghost one, it's a bit more difficult. We have to click Earthquake, which is slightly further away on the selection screen. In all seriousness, I actually couldn't fully finish this one off with just my style, so I had to bring my tax files out in order to kill the Sableye. Yeah, he still exists. Once we get to Drake, it's also not the most difficult thing, but it can be significantly riskier. It's also quite boring. Shelgon only has 3 moves that do damage, none of which have more than 15 PP. One of the attacks is special, while the other 2 are physical. With the physical defense of my tax files and the special defense of my mixtape, more often than not, we are able to just kind of coast our way through this fight, not really taking a significant amount of damage. The duo strat leads us to a Shelgon who is struggling. As Shelgon hopelessly flails around more than twitches at the time of writing this script, hope that's still relevant by the way, we are able to send in our boy, My Style. Within a few turns he's bulked up to his maximum amount of strength, picks up Shelgon and yeets it into the remainder of Drake's team, winning us the final Elite Four. Yes, I know, that was anticlimactic. Don't worry, this entire video is going to be anticlimactic. Because we can't beat Wallace. It just isn't happening. And why am I being so defeatist? Why am I being like this? Whale, the whale. Yes, Wailord has the same issue as Shelgon, only 3 attacking moves, all of which have very low PP. However, while Shelgon does reasonable damage, Wailord outright kills basically everything. Okay, there's one singular way we actually win this, and it's nowhere near guaranteed, but we shouldn't really delay anymore. Let's begin the final battle. The champion Wallace awaits, and what he's going to be facing on the first turn is a max speed Camerupt. Yes, my skills is so incredibly fast, it outspeeds a whale on dry land. Truly, we have reached the pinnacle of brilliance today. Obviously, this guarantees us at least 1 turn to do something, before Moby Dick both figuratively and literally renders my skills unoperational. Or can we save him for a few more turns? The AI, for whatever reason, just loves a rainy night. Such a beautiful sight, it says. It loves to feel the rain on its face. The rain on its face. When that happens, we'll have 2 turns to do something, doubling our time. The first is going to be used to smack the whale with an Earthquake. This reduces the power of Water Spout significantly. Then, as predicted, I'm wrong. I mean we're wrong. Wailord just uses Water Spout, and you, my skills, and all our hopes and dreams have just been washed away. I send out my tax files and he uses Protect, so that is now 2 Water Spout PP gone. But it's not going to be enough. I obviously attempt to gamble with another Protect, and he got the fucking double Protect. What a god. It works. I have naturally never been able to accomplish this before, so that's new. The triple! 4! That is, and I don't use this word lightly, gargantuan. Like, yes, eventually my tax files does take a Water Spout to the face and dies, no surprise there. But, in return, all of Wailord's Water Spouts were wasted. they're all gone. And, what is it doing now? It's sitting there, throwing out survivable double edges against my mixtape. Who can heal off any damage? I know where this is going. You know where this is going. Waylord knows where this is going. Let's just cut to the inevitable conclusion.
There was something strange about your voice, letting me know I had no choice. Walking in circles to get home, trying to grasp them now on my own. A heart of stone, you're a stranger to me now. It's like you've never been here, struggling on my own. Oh man, it feels so wrong. Now I spend my days looking back on life. It all makes sense, you met this other guy. All my assumptions prove to be right, but I'm trying to grasp you're on the other side. Guess something died. I lost my mind. A heart of stone. You're a stranger to me now. It's like you've never been here, struggling on my own. Oh man, it feels so wrong. It's the strangest feeling. It's the strangest feeling. I've got the strangest feeling now.
Right, okay. I know this seems like a weird way to end a video with this random song, but a counterpoint, it had the word struggle in it, and that matched what Waylord was doing. So we've got that going for us at least. But anyway, yeah, this is indeed the end of the video, so thank you to everyone that made it this far. This was a pretty interesting one to edit. I kind of like didn't for a long time. I think I spent an entire day where I maybe moved one thing, one frame, so yeah, definitely not the fastest video in the world. Just before we go, I want to say big thank you to everyone that subscribed recently. I'm pretty sure between the first recording and this, the last recording, we actually doubled our subscriber count. It's been pretty ridiculous, and it's just crazy, and like, let's keep this ball rolling. Let's continue adding to the mass of people we have here. Just grow it further and further. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you know when I upload. It's normally like every month or so. Maybe we'll get it down to every 2 weeks. Maybe we won't. I honestly am not too sure. I am losing my job in February though, so I should probably, get a bit more speed on this. Regardless of all that, I honestly hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure you have a fantastic day, lads and ladies, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.